SQL is Shahid. In last class we are discussing about the backup encryption. In today's class we will be talking about database encryption, that is known as TDE, transparent database encryption. We'll be doing encryption to database at MDF and LDF file, that is data and log file. And we have this website. We will be copying the demo from this website. So I will be opening this link here. I'll be going here and I will be opening this SQL Shack. Here I will be having this instance master DB user DB. This means whenever at Windows level you have this image here, okay. Also I will be having here down. So here what I have Windows level, there is DBA API protection. Whenever Windows guys will install a server, right, Windows server, then at that time there will be a DBA API inbuilt. And after when we install SQL Server instance, at the time of installation there will be SMK, okay, service master key. Here we have, and after service master key it protects the DMK, okay. At database level we have DMK, and if we go here we can be having certificate here. After C certificate and key, will be having key, and also the certificate contains key in it, okay. So after that we have everything, then we can protect the database, that MDF and LDF file. If we go to this this PC C drive, program files, MS SQL Server, MS SQL, any instance if I will take here a data file, okay. So this to protect this primary data file or else secondary data file NDF, and also this LDF, if we enable TDE on any database, user database, then will be having the data and log file gets protected, okay. And also we'll be creating same as it is we have performed the demo, right, like we'll be having this Windows level DB API, and at the instance level we'll be having service master key, and at database level we'll be having master database key, so DMK. And on master database we'll be creating one master key, okay. So and also we'll be having one certificate, master certificate. So same thing I will be performing for this thing as well, database encryption. So have this demo I'm taking from SQLShack.com. So you can go to this and you can execute this command, use master. Just in last demo as it is I am creating one master key, okay, with any password you can mention here. So here what I am doing, I will be running these commands on this instance, okay, default instance. Right click new query, Control V. So here I am going to create one master key. I will be giving may@1234@, okay. So now the master key is created on master database. If we expand here this database master, so this every time when you create a key, right, it has to be on master only. So this you have to keep it in mind. If you expand here master security on keys, here you will be finding master key, okay. If you want to see that you can use the command also. And now I will be now I have created this master key. On that master key now we have that another command. If you scroll down here, now for certificate, to create certificate, here we can copy this command, and I will be creating one certificate, okay. Certificate called as TDE_cert. As it is I am copying from that website. I am not changing anything. With subject anything you can do. This is subject is called as database encryption, okay. So I am executing this command. Now the certificate also has been created successfully. If you expand the certificate, you will be having here TDE cert, okay. And then now I will be going to this website again, and I will be copying this command. After creating certificate, you can create one key inside the database, user database. As of now I have done for this master database here, as you see. Also, you can take the backup of this master key and this certificate if you want. I'm not taking that backup. Like safety purpose, we have to take. Okay. So I'm using this command. I'll be creating uh, one key inside user database. So if you go here, now you can use any database. So here, if I expand, right click, refresh, I don't have any database, right? So I'll be creating one database called as uh, DB Encrypt. DB Encrypt. So here I'll be using this DB Encrypt. Inside the DB encrypt, this is the user database. Okay, first whatever I have executed the command, you can see here, this is on master. Okay, whenever you execute, you will create one master key. You have to create that in master key only, because anything we have to encrypt, like for backup also, whether it is database also, it has to go through master, so only. Okay, so now I will be copying this DB encrypt here. Inside this user database, I'm creating one key. Create database encryption key with algorithm. So as you know, this algorithm, Microsoft also recommended to use the AES 256 algorithm. Okay, so I will be using this thing only. And see here, command use DB encrypt, create database encryption key with algorithm. Okay, encryption by server certificate TDE set. Okay, inside the database I am creating one encryption key. This is the meaning of that. Now I am executing this. It has been created on this database, on created on this database. Now what I will be doing, I will be going and I will copy that command to enable the TDE. So here I will be having that. After having everything, I have created one master key, I have created one certificate on master, and inside the user database I have created one key. So now I will be enabling TDE on this database. So I have created one key on this database now using that certificate. In this I had to enable, okay, alter database DB encrypted, set encryption on. This is the command. Execute. Now the database is encrypted. Okay. To know that whether this database is encrypted or not, we can use the command select star from sys.databases. So if I execute this command, here is encrypted on, you can search. Okay, you can give here the filters. Okay, select name comma is underscore encrypted. So now you'll be finding here, see, master is 0, TempDB is 1, and here DB encrypt, I have encrypted this DB encrypt, right? Here is the important thing to note down. Whenever I encrypt the user databases, by default TempDB also will encrypt. Okay, this is also the interview question. This you have to answer in interview. This is very important interview question as well. Okay. So whenever we enable the TDE on user databases, by default TempDB also gets encrypted. Okay, so you can see it has one here. It is mentioned is encrypted one, DB encrypt one. So if you want to remove this encrypted, also you will be experimenting here. Okay, I will be setting off. Okay. Now the command get executed successfully. If you execute this command, if you see here, DB encrypt is 0, it is not enabled. Okay, we have disabled. So TempDB, if we disable the encryption, means then on user database, then TempDB will be still encrypted only. We can't disable. To disable this, we have to remove all the master key certificates and all what we have executed. Okay. So that and all we have to remove. After that only it will be disabled. This thing you can answer in the interview. So hope you might have understood this, and I will be explaining once again. I will be going through glance on this. So what I have did, I will go to this website. Here we have created one master key and master database because to encrypt the backup or else to encrypt the database, we have to create one master key. It is must and should on the database. Okay, and we have to create one certificate. We can give the any subject. Okay, and certificate name also can be anything. So here as it is copied. And it is TDE underscore certificate name, that is the, and also you can take this backup of this master key and also the certificate. After that you can create one key on this user database, create database encryption key. Okay, inside the user database there will be key. After creating one key on the user database, then you have to enable. Okay, enable by running this command, set encryption equal to on. Okay, set encryption on. So here now I am again enabling this. If you run this again, it will enable. Okay, so also one thing guys, I want to tell you, there will be retention period in for backup policy. Okay, there will be 1 week by in every organization. Maximum it can go up to 2 weeks also. Okay, so in some organization they will be maintaining 2 weeks also. So maximum 1 week only. Retention policy means like how many months we can have the backup. Okay, in each organization there will be retention period for the backups I am telling. Okay, so in our organization it is 1 week. Okay, so in some organization it can exceed up to 2 weeks. This is the maximum, this is the minimum. And also in some companies like in banking sector, and also health industry, mainly in healthcare industry, what they do, like they will be having the backups up to 5 years. Okay, up to 5 years, also the 10 years also, like 10 years they will be having that data, because in healthcare industry they have to maintain all the records. Now if some customer or patient comes and ask, they have to provide that data. So that is the reason they will be having the 10 years backup. This 10 years backup, where they will keep means in this step. This step means we will be having that option also. Like whenever we take this task backup, like there will be tabs. Okay, here to disk equal to is there, no? Here backup, here there will be tab option. The tab should be connected to the device. How the tabs look means, here if we can go to this website, disk tabs backup on SQL Server, you can see the image here. Okay, so there will be tabs like this. Okay, if you go here, all these tabs I will be mentioning in this search option. Here it will be in kind of tabs. Okay, so we can take the disk tab. Nowadays also they will be using okay, like this there will be the tabs. Okay, and also this tabs capacity, like disk space capacity is up to 8 TB. Okay, in older days they were using. Nowadays also some in some organizations they are using. What they are using nowadays, they are using in clouds. Okay, so many of them are using cloud storage to store that backups. Today I will be discussing about the corruption. Okay, now I am discussing about the corruption topic. So like whenever something happens to master A, it won't come online. Whenever something happens to TempDB, it also won't come online. Okay, if both should be available. And if the TempDB is corrupted, what you can do, you can go to SQL Server .ms here. Here you can start from here only, but you should not start because some properties won't start in backend. Whenever you start the SQL Server, you have to start from configuration manager only. So you can expand this. Okay, so if this TempDB is corrupted, what you can do, you can go to configuration manager. Okay, or else you can go here SQL configuration manager dot 16.msc, that means 2022 instance. Now I'll be restarting the services now. Right click on the default instance and restart. So TempDB is corrupted, you can't do anything, you have to restart. Okay, so that will be the answer in the interview as well. Whenever the TempDB is corrupted, we will be restarting the SQL services. Okay, after restarting the services, the new TempDB is created. Okay, if you refresh this, right click properties, if you check here, now what is the time here, you can see like 7:21. Okay, 22/5/2026. Here also, if you can see, same time I have restarted. Whenever you start restart the SQL services, the new at that time the new TempDB will be created. So this is very like easy. Whenever we have these corruptions at master model MSDB, TempDB will be very easy. Okay, so just we can restart the services. So next I will be explaining about master model MSDB, and after that I will be continuing with user database corruptions. So that's all for today's class, guys. Thank you for your time and patience. Bye, take care.